Greetings, gentlemen of horror and everybody in this WhatsApp group. Since the lockdown period started, we are able or we have been able to meet regularly as we used to meet. And I'm sitting here asking myself, what's the biggest problem of this man? And my answer was, the biggest problem is not COVID-19. The biggest problem is with them, is their body. They have been locked out with their family at home, and they all have a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia. Benign hyperplasia of the prostate is benign enlargement of the prostate gland. It is not cancer of the prostate. You must hear me very well. Let's first, for you to understand benign prostatic hyperplasia, we need to understand the anatomy of the prostate. The prostate gland is a pear-shaped gland. It's only found in males. It's not there in females. It weighs about 16 to 20 grams in size. It's situated at the base of the urinary bladder. At the base of the urinary bladder, where comes the urethra comes. Urethra is the pipe that takes urine out of the bladder, down into the penis, outside into the toilet. At that base, it passes through the prostate gland. The prostate gland is a gland which is here. In that gland, the function of this gland is to produce semen. What is semen? Semen is the fluid in which sperms are swimming. Is this whitish, creamy, yellowish fluid that you produce when you are on climax? That's not sperm. That's semen. Inside the semen, there are millions of spermatozoa, which are sperms. Sperm are produced by the testes. They come through the vas deferens and come and mix with the semen here and be transported to the urethra and come out through the urethra, the same pipe that takes out the urine. The prostate gland produces semen, and semen is stored inside the seminal vesicles. These are the seminal vesicles. As the sperms come here, they are mixed with the semen and come out here. With benign prostatic hypertrophy, which is benign enlargement of the prostate, because on sagittal view here, the bladder is here, the urine comes here. It is a free flow of urine. But with hypertrophy, the glands become enlarged. The prostate then becomes enlarged. Let's look at here, where a normal prostate, urine can come out of the bladder here, very nicely come here, unobstructed. But if we've got enlargement of the prostate, which usually happens in men after 40, the urethra, as it passes through the prostate, it gets squeezed in between. So the urine doesn't flow freely through there. And this happens with age, usually start after 40. That's why every man over 40 should have annual prostate check or have PSA taken to check whether a prostate is either got BPH, which is benign prostatic hyperplasia, or it's got cancer. PSA can predict, it's a screening test, it's not diagnostic. What is BPH? Let's define it nicely. It's a benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is abbreviated as BP, is a non-malignant enlargement of the prostate. Why do I say, when we say something is non-malignant, it means it's non-cancerous. It's not cancer of the prostate. That's why it's there in every man. Not every man has got presence of the prostate. It commonly occurs in older men over 40. And it's got two abbreviations. Either we call it BPH, which stands for benign prostatic hyperplasia, or some books will say benign prostatic enlargement. If you look at here, schematic presentation, very clearly, the prostate here will squeeze the urethra coming here. It becomes very thin urethra as it passes here. So because of the pressure of the enlarged prostate, you have got the signs of BPH. And I must say that it is a natural part of part of natural aging. Every aging man will have it. So, or at Horo, I don't think there's anybody less than 40 years there. So we all have it. It's caused by the presence of a male hormone called testosterone. All men produce testosterone, which is produced by latex cells of the testes, and cannot be prevented. As long as you are a man, you've got testes, you produce testosterone, you will have BPH, but can be treated. Not always be treated, need treatment. It only needs treatment if it's got signs and symptoms, or if it bothers the quality of life of a man, or like it gives you urinary tract infection, or it gives you urinary reflux, so you've got a renal insufficiency, or it's bothersome. One of the signs are these symptoms. Obstructive symptoms. There are obstructive symptoms and storage of urine symptom. Obstructive means it obstructs the urine outflow. You have got hesitancy. Hesitancy means when you go to the toilet to pass urine, you go there, you take out your thing, but you spend half a minute or a minute before anything can come out. While you were young, you just take it out, everything come out. Or you've got intermittency. Intermittency means as you pass urine flow there's a stage where you stop urinating. But if you push again, another urine flow will come. You'll find that you have urinated 2-3 times during the same one standing in the toilet. 3, you've got urine stream. Your urine stream is very weak. If you remember well, when you were still young, you could throw your urine stream about 3-4 meters away from you. But I bet you, none of you can urinate at least a meter away from where he's standing. The best you can do, you can wet your shoes. It's because your prostate is constricting the urine flow through the urethra. Another one, you can have this feeling that when you go to urinate, when you finish, you've got this feeling that you still have urine inside. It seems you've got a feeling that you haven't urinated all the urine. This is a sign of the fact that you've got benign prostatic hypertrophy. Another sign which is very disturbing is terminal dribbling, post-voiding dribbling. After you finish urinating, you shake your dick, you wipe it, and you put it in the underwear, and there's a urine dribbling there again. You find that you sort of wet your underwear after that. That's a sign of benign prostatic hypertrophy. And then the storage problems are these ones, that you find that you urinate more frequently during the day. You go to the toilet nearly every hour more today. You can't store much urine because the reason is because you don't urinate all the urine. By the time you went to the toilet the last time, you urinated half of the urine, so the bladder fills up very quickly. This happens whether you take water or you don't take water. Or you've got nocturia. Nocturia means you have to wake up during the night to go and urinate, as if you have drank coffee or something while you haven't taken anything. While when you were young, you could sleep at 10 p.m. and even wake up the following day without going to the toilet. But if you've got BPH, you'll go once or twice during the night. You've got to wake up. Another thing is urgency, which might lead to urge incontinence. Urgency is when your bladder is full, no matter what, you have to go to the toilet now. Otherwise, it's going to release. You've got this irresistible urge to urinate. It's a sign of BPH. If you've got any of those signs, please see a urologist. Like I said, you can only treat it if signs are severe enough to bother you or your quality of your life is disturbed by it. The treatment you'll discuss with your urologist, which is called transurethral resection of the prostate, TURP. This is a picture schematic presentation of a urethroskope going in. With the urethroskope, they take out some of the tissues of the urethra that relieving the pressure, some of the tissue of the urethra and the prostate, that's relieving the pressure on the urethra. Thank you. I hope you will go and consult a urologist or your GP for your BPHs.